Hey everybody, it's Jay Young, and today I want to share with you the number one reason why your website isn't the money-making machine that you thought it would be. I'm sure when you went into business, you got your website and you thought, well, as soon as this baby's up, watch out, Katie, bar the door. Everybody's going to be coming, but it probably hasn't turned out that way. And it will. I'll also I'll also share with you why most webmasters hate me, but that's coming up here. So when you think of a website, we've all been on 100,000 websites, right? All websites are structured about the same way. But the way a website is actually put together is only about 10% of the reason that website will be effective or not. Only about 10%. And when I say the way the website is put together, let me show you. So, for instance, most websites, what do they have, right? First thing you go to a website, you're going to see a logo up at the top. So I'm just creating a little website up here. So you're going to see the logo up the top. That's going to be the logo. Then you're going to have what? You're going to have the header, right? And that's going to be at the very top. And under that, you're going to have menu. You're going to have some menu items. So there's going to be several little buttons, and that's your menu. And then, so that's kind of what the website's looking like, right? So you got this website, and then you've got maybe a big old box, and it's got some words in it. And then maybe another big old box with some words in it. And then the very bottom of the page, there's a little thing called a footer, and it has your address in it and a couple of other things. You might have a video on the page, an image or two, but that's your basic structure of a website. It's full of just these things, right? Headers and menus, links, images, background images, call to action buttons. All of these things are about 10% of what will really make your website successful. And I know when I tell business owners that, they tell me, well, that's not true because I paid $8,000 for this website. That's another reason webmasters hate me. I was working with a company, in fact, working on their website currently, and boy, it's a pretty website. And we initially talked about what the website should have on it, and in their mind, bless their hearts, in their mind, they have been conditioned to think this is what a website is supposed to be in order for it to be successful because it's what I see on every other website. So it must be the thing that is successful. So we'll go over these different website meetings as we're building this, taking way longer than it should have ever taken to build this. We'll finish up the meeting. Well, I think it looks pretty good. I think we're ready to go. And then the next meeting, it's almost completely rechanged. Well, we decided to change this color. We didn't like this font. Could you move up this box so it's over here? And I tell them, I say, you realize that all of these things won't make a bit of difference on the success of your website. You're focusing on the 10% and not even addressing the 90% of what is going to take to convert a visitor if they ever come to this website. And that's really what I wanted to share with you today. What it is, that 90%, the part of the website that's responsible for the conversion process. And that 90% is your message. And maybe you're thinking, well, no, well, that's of course that's the stuff that's on there. No, That's a lot of just stuff. That's a lot of your tools and your services and you know why you're great, which are platitudes for the most part, right? You could find those on every other any of your competitor sites would probably have them as well. So it's the copy that's on your site, it's the story of why you're doing what you're doing, why you're passionate about what it is you're doing. There had to be something in your life that you decided, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm putting my stake in the ground and this is what I'm going to do. It's all about headlines, it's about words, it's about videos, it's about follow up with email sequences and text messaging sequences that all have these elements in them as well. It's about the message. It doesn't have anything to do with the font size or the color or the background. Those are, like I said, about 10% of where the success is going to be. So if you're taking notes, it's the hook, the story, and the offer. The hook, the story, and the offer. That's those are the main ingredients. That's the 90% of your website that is going to make it successful. The hook is what gets them to go, wow, I need to find out a little bit more. And they read some more. And that's where the story comes in. The story, man, they're pulling at their heartstrings and they're going, holy cow, I can't believe it. And you're thinking, well, he's a plumber. But I guarantee you, there's a plumber, maybe it's you, that you've got this story of why you're a plumber, and it would break your heart if we heard that story. So it really comes down to answering this question: why should somebody do business with you as opposed to any of your competition or do nothing at all? And that's part of your story. When you go through your story and they determine that, and well, I know, yeah, there's 100 plumbers, but this is the plumber that I'm going to use. I was working with a weight loss professional. Yeah, had a meeting with her, and she says, "Well, you know what? My website it's just not converting." And I said, "Well, let's take a look at it. Let's just take a look at it." And I wrote down some of the headlines and some of the things on that website. And as we were going over the website, I noticed that it was full of documentation type documents. Right? It was full of. She used certain types of lasers and things like that in her practice, and there were all kinds of documents about this laser, and I would have to be a scientist to understand these things. I'm telling you. And there was some stuff, FDA stuff. Our stuff is okay with the FDA, and then it had a whole bunch of stuff about the FDA on there, which, to be honest with you, scared me because there was some of that stuff in there. I'm going, what? But and then there was a bunch of, a list of all of the tools that she uses, and basically what every other website has. Why I'm great, all that kind of stuff, right? And then as we went through this, I asked her one question. I said, point out anything on this on your website that would convince somebody that you were the person that could solve their problems. Just point out anything on here that would go, yep, I just know it. There was this emotional connection, and there was nothing that she could point out on her site. And then I asked her, I said, so what was it that caused you to get into this business? Why did you want to get into the weight loss business? Why? Tell me, what happened? And I mean, without missing a beat, she says, well, it happened, it was like, so many years ago. I was a brand new mom. I'd put on all of this weight. I was feeling terrible about myself. And I just didn't think there was, I tried all of these different things, and she went through her story. She talked about the pain that she was in, the embarrassment that she had. She was humiliated when she would go to like gyms and people would look at her because she was bigger than everyone else. And that's when she discovered what she is now doing. There was a laser and some other things, some body sculpting and things like that that helped her to lose incredible amounts of weight. And I mean, it was undeniable. The before and after picture of her that she showed me was like night and day. So she goes through all of this. She was tearing up. She had tears in her eyes as she was going through this with us. And as she finished up, I said, that needs to go on the website. Get rid of all of that other stuff, FDA and lasers and this and that. And there just needs to be you telling that story because it was real, it was emotional, it was exactly what hundreds of other people are feeling and experiencing. And when she had that look in her face, like, well, duh, you know, she she got it. There was that big aha moment, that epiphany in her mind that she realized it wasn't that 10%, right? You know, all the bells and whistles and documents and things like that. It was the story. And then once you have that story, having a an amazing offer to go with it, the website will be a huge success. And that's why I'm so excited to be able to share this with you because that's what I like to teach people. And to be able to share the entrepreneur's blueprint to engage and re engage past customers and almost customers to help you have a predictable cash flow. That's what it's all about. And the idea is to help your customers know why you're passionate. And when you can do that, you can start writing all the checks that you want because that's the answer. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning, 10% of what you spend all of your time and energy on is, well, it's 10% of the stuff on your website is the stuff that doesn't matter. The 90% is what nobody spends time on, and that is the copy, the hook story, and the offer. And it's it's a complete blueprint that we offer that helps you stay engaged with your prospects and customers, nurturing them and basically treating them like you would a friend or a family member instead of just somebody who has cash in their pockets. And I believe that you're going to love this blueprint. Again, it is the number one reason your website isn't making the money that you thought it would make. And it's also the reason why webmasters hate me because they make a lot of money putting all those bells and whistles and stuff in there that really don't make a lick of, they don't help at all. So thank you again for watching. More information and more videos will be coming, and I am so excited to be able to share this with you in the coming days. Again, my name is Jay Young. Have an awesome day. I guess I need to push this button, huh? That's what I need to do. And then I need to push the button that says end.